All right, pretty quick on the notes today. The last thing we're going to do, this would be to gain an SRS. Okay, this is just the two different ways we could actually physically go and gain ourselves an SRS. Okay, for the table of random digits in the back of your book, we already looked at this in class yesterday. The first thing you should do is you should label the population with integers that all have the same amount of digits. So if I have 879 people that I'm trying to get information from, or 879 individuals that aren't people, I want to label them 001 through 879 if I'm using a random digit table, because I want them to have the same digits. Number two, communicate how you'll turn the digits from the table into members from the population. So I would say something like this. If I'm going for n equals 30, I'm going to get a sample size of 30. SRS with n equals 30. I would take 30 three-digit numbers from the table, starting at line, I'll just make something up, line 112, ignoring repeats because I don't want to pick somebody twice to be part of my survey, and any number greater than 879. Those three-digit numbers correspond to the individuals chosen to be in the sample. Okay, so I kind of explain what I'm doing. You may have to write that sentence on the test as you're explaining how you pick your simple random sample. So then you start at line 112, since we picked 112. You go across the row, taking the number of digits you need, three at a time, 3 digits at a time, and keep track of the numbers that will correspond to members of your sample. And then fourth, and you will do this on the test, write your list of however many members the problem asked you to find. Now, I'm not going to make you find 30 things in the middle of a test. That's a waste of time, but you might have to find 5 of them. Okay? Now, the last thing in your notes today, you can also do this with your calculator. So how do you use your calculator to create a sample? I'll just show you exactly what we just did in with the random table. I would hit Math, go over to where it says PRB for probability, and I would go find this random integer button down here, random integer, and I'm going to hit enter. Now look, my lowest number is 1, and it doesn't need to be 001. The calculators can actually handle different digits. The upper number is going to be 879, and then n will be 30. I want 30 of them. So I go down to paste. That's telling the calculator, go find me 30 random integers from 1 to 879. When I hit enter, there they are. So to see these, don't arrow up. Do not arrow up. Just scroll to the right and left, and you can move over and see your numbers. Now, unfortunately, the graphing calculator will give you repeats. It doesn't know how to not give repeats with this command, so you might see the same number twice, especially since I did 30 of them. But look what happens. If I hit the arrow up button, it highlights this, and then I can't go left or right or anything. I can go down, but it won't let me scroll anymore. So once you screw it up, you got to do the whole thing over. Don't hit the up arrow button. You see what I'm saying? Now, I believe if I hit math and go over to probability, there's a rand integer no repeat. And if I do that with 1 and 879 and 30, I think that actually does find me, yeah, it looks like it finds me 30 numbers and it won't allow any repeats. But not all calculators have that. This one's a little newer. I think my older one. How much of a nerd am I? There you go. My life is over. I have 2 graphing calculators in my office. I'm a loser. Go over to probability. Oh, I do have random integer. So I'm such a loser, I don't even know how my calculators work. Okay, moving on. Nothing to see here, people. Okay, here's how you use your calculator to create a sample. Label the population with integers like a normal person. Okay, there's me being funny. I'm hilarious, I know. Number 2, communicate how you will turn digits from the calculator into members from the population. Example, 32 numbers from the calculator using the random integer function. Those random numbers correspond to the individuals chosen to be in the sample. So I'm going to write what I did on the calculator. You hit the math button. You arrow over to the PROB, the probability section. You hit number 5 for random integer, or, what was that number? Let me go back here. Number 8 for the no repeat option. And if that's how the calculator works, that's a nice option. Then you have to enter the following things. a low number, an upper number, and n, the amount that you're actually looking for. Then you write your list of however many numbers the problem asked you to find. All right, this is our last day on this section. Your homework is number 25, 27, 29, 31, and 33. There you go, people. Enjoy your Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow.